Hi, welcome back to part 2 of our video. We are now going to install the 3DR Solo app in the Play Store, the Google Play Store. You just type in 3DR Solo app. This is the one you want. Click on it. Install. Accept all of your life being given away. Rated E for everyone. So, in part 1, let me just recap while this is taking its 38 megabyte download. We have the controller in our unboxing. This is a not included Hero 3. My 2 4s are already on other birds. I got the 3DR gimbal as well. Of course, we have the bird with a standard hardpoint case mount for a GoPro, and the different accessories that come with it. It came with a battery, and I bought an additional battery, and I bought a third battery, which is currently on the included charger. Okay, so we are just finishing up this process. We are at a little over 3/4 of the way done. What's new in 2.4? You can do the pano, zipline, and return to me. And the big thing about the Solo is that it's completely programmable. It's an open source controller with the Pixhawk, unlike the DJI products. You can mod this thing to your blue in the face, and that's the main reason why we bought it. Or as my able-bodied cameraman would say, blue in the mouth. Alright, here we are, 3DR Solo. The witch doctor has told me to push the open button, which I'm now doing. Solo shortcut created. Welcome to Solo, get started. Nice location. Sign up. Sign up with email. So I'm going to take this off camera. I'm going to type in my username. And my email address. And a minimum 8-character password. Completed. Sign up. So here we are, we've got the application now open, and I'm going to refer back to the original Solo setup guide. So we did the unboxing. We are not going to attach the propeller, and we are not going to attach the GoPro to the frame mount. We did install the 3DR Solo app, which we now have on our tablet. And what we need to do now is take a pause and install the gimbal. So Solo, of course, has got instructions now for the gimbal. In the box we have the gimbal, the sunshade, the balance weights, and the infamous screwdriver. Which seems to have been misplaced by my able-bodied camera assistant. But never fear, we have additional screwdrivers. Not a big deal. Okay, removed fixed mount. Loosen the 3 screws securing the mount. So flipping this bird over, it is a standard Phillips head, 3 screws, 1, 2, and 3. Carefully route out the HDMI cable. So that is your standard GoPro enabled mount. It's basically an accessory bay. We'll come back to that later, probably in episode 4, where we have already created with our 3D printer a fixed mount for a different type of a camera body. So quick look inside, not a whole lot of access to anything. You've got basically a cable and another cable, another power cable. This is the gimbal data cable, and this is the HDMI cable. All right. So I'm going to leave that like that so you can see it. Loosen it, gently detach, free the cable, connect the gimbal. So here comes the gimbal. We're going to take our pre-cut foam insert off. Now keep this. This is very important. When you're traveling, you want to have your gimbal fully supported by this custom piece of foam. Okay. Connect the gimbal. Connect the gimbal HDMI cable. Connect the gimbal cable for the supplemental power. And they show both of those here in step number 2. They show them located inside the accessory bay. So I'm going to put it in this way so you can actually see the installation. And HDMI goes here. Like this, a nice good positive click, and the power connector goes here. Another nice good positive click. Now I'm going to carefully manipulate the cables to go back into the service bay without getting them all bound up and crunched. So, continuing on, you can see the large HDMI cable. I'm going to route that just behind this this screw. And I think we've got a good visual of it there. Do we have that, cameraman? Can you see how that's laying in? It fits rather easily. Carefully put the accessory bay cover back on. Grab your handy dandy Phillips head screwdriver and screw down the already included 3 screws. So again, the other mount has got its own screws as well. What's nice is also that this mount has already got the 4 isolation dampeners installed. There's 2 of 3 and 3 of 3. Okay. I'm also taking off these little covers for the landing lights in the orientation direction. They will not be needed. Because as I said in video number 1, this is a bird that is meant to work in the field. Okay, we now have our gimbal. And this is a good point. I talked about this in the first video, but if you've got the extender feet, this would be a good chance to put those on because the gimbal does sit lower than the standard rack. Attach your GoPro. Align your GoPro, rotate into clip into place. So the big thing about this is, with the GoPros, that you have the accessory port, and obviously on this gimbal, you have the corresponding matching accessory port. They are meant to work each other. So this has got a hook, which then hooks in here to keep the GoPro safe. So you put it on that side and just snugly give it a push. There we are, in. And the green clip locks the front of it, and it immediately turned the GoPro on. So it also tells you for the Hero Black, the Hero Silver, and the Hero 3 Plus where to add the weights. And since we're using a 3 Plus today, we are going to add, oh, almost forgot our sunshade. There's our sun filter, our sunshade, not a filter, sorry. And the 6-gram weights. Comes in a nice little package inside the little accessory box. I suggest you keep those because if you change your GoPros, which I know I'll be doing on this a lot, you'll need to change out these different weights. So it's saying here that we need to add top and bottom the 6-gram weight. So we have a 6-gram weight, a 6-gram weight, and then a 2.7 and a 2.7. So 6 grams for the Hero 3, the Hero Silver, we have one of those as well, 2.7. If you're using the high-end Hero 4 Black, no balance weights are needed. So we just come in here on top of the gimbal and click in the balance weight on the top, and let me just rotate this so you can see it. There's the plug, corresponding weight's got a pin, and you hear a nice little click. And then if there are threads, screw those down, and we're in. Okay? They are threaded. So now I've got a properly weighted gimbal. I'm going to carefully retain the 2.7s. Witch Doctor says keep all original packaging. Good advice from the Witch Doctor. Okay. Fly. When you're ready to fly, power solo and the controller normally, the gimbal flashes green when it's ready. Green is ready to fly, red is for error, restart the solo, orange is updating. Keep solo level while powering on. Don't touch the gimbal while it initializes. This can cause the gimbal to calibrate incorrectly and trigger an error. Okay, and then it talks about how to adjust the gimbal in flight with the controller. Okay, so that was very easy to put in our solo 3DR gimbal. Back to our easy startup guide. We're going to step attach 2 because we've attached our GoPro through a different process. We have the app. Connect the Wi-Fi to Solo Link. Okay, so what we need to do is now grab one of our batteries. You can always check the status of the battery by hitting the power button. and it'll come back up and tell you where you are. And this one is fully charged. So I'm going to put that in the tray and click it into place. There's no gap. You can tell that we've clicked into place. I am going to plug in my HDMI controller on the side of the camera here. Camera still is on. Now I'm going to, as they say here, automatically link to the controller. So I'm turning that on. And now for the first time we have got lights, camera, you can see the gimbal auto correcting itself on a level surface. We're going through our light configuration. And now I'm going to, on step 2 of 4, hold power onto the controller to secure the Wi-Fi link. Once again, here we are, holding down. Now we've got blue in the front, red in the back for our lights, which is where we want to be. Pre-fight update. Fire is so apt to update. All right. So here we are. We've got the app spinning. See that? And we have the controller spinning, and we have the gimbal completely leveled. Blue lights in the front, red lights in the back. Now we're going to come back to the app. Go to your phone's Wi-Fi settings, find the controller Wi-Fi network, and connect the SoloLink number, enter password SoloLink. So go to settings, turn Wi-Fi on. Okay, so Wi-Fi is on. It's seeing all the different Wi-Fis we have in our neighborhood. We're going to search. SoloLink, here we go. Click on this. Password is, guess what? SoloLink, SoloLink. Connect. It's saving it. This tablet is going to be purposed for just this 3DR. So we've got a audible connection and vibration that says we are connected to the Solo. And why do we have no internet? We have got 2 bars on 4G. Back into the Solo app. Vehicle update required. You must update your vehicle to access Smart Shots. Go to settings and download the latest update. So I'm going to hit pause. So I'll show you where we're going to do. I'm going to hit update, but I'll pause so I won't bore you with the silly update on that. It says download update. And pausing now. Okay, we're back after doing the quick software upgrade. And it says that the bird and the controller are ready to talk to each other, so I'm going to hit begin. The update is being transferred to the controller and Solo. Okay, so this is doing its thing. This is still telling us in the screen pre-fight update. The bird has got a stabilized gimbal, and it tells you that the charge is still fully charged. We're going to get well over 20 minutes with this flight battery. Update is being transferred. Looks like it's 99% complete. Status bar is ready to bail out. Again, the reason why I don't put the propellers on is just a safety issue. Anytime you've got a battery and propellers, it's always safe to do one or the other, but never both, especially indoors. All right, let's see here. Solo link has been disconnected. Let's see, next. Reconnect to Solo Wi-Fi when you see the green check mark. The controller will turn off for about 1 minute during the reboot. So connect. Go to your phones, back to settings, go back to the Solo link. So I'm disconnecting from my home network, back to the Solo link. Looking for Solo. Here it is. Sorry for the jiggly camera. We're running out of juice, so we're putting in an external source. Why are we not finding our Solo? Okay, now the controller has turned itself off. So it's going through the update process. I believe it turns itself back on by default. I don't think I have to do that. So the status of the bird is now gone to blinking lights. It's asking you to connect. Okay, controller updated. Can you see this? Reconnect app to Solo link. Press A to continue. So we're going to go here, make sure that we are connected to Solo app. A to continue, waiting for Solo. Solo link, that's what we want, is connecting there. Switching a lot and forth between Wi-Fi's, but not the end of the world. Okay, looking for Solo, waiting for Solo. Red in the back, blue in the front. Try to keep all this in the same shot. Sorry if I got the witch doctor out of there. Let's see, waiting for Solo. Vehicle not detected. There we go. For your safeties, please create a Wi-Fi name and password for your Solo. That's fine. Now the controller is searching for a GPS. Well, it's going to be pretty hard to do since we're indoors, so we may just skip that. I take that back. We've already found 5 satellites, and we're definitely indoors. So, the Solo name, a unique name, is going to be So now we're looking at all of the different parts of it. Solo name and Wi-Fi. I'm going to keep it standard for the moment. Controller style is Mode 2. That's definitely the way I've been flying my whole entire life. Performance. Flight. We'll take it somewhere around the middle between slow and fast. Camera pan. I like that slow. Altitude limits. Per the AMA and our Part 107. The maximum we can fly is 400 feet, all right? And that's the max that allows you to fly. So I'm going to give us a buffer space and say the max we're going to fly is 295 feet. Okay, done. Altitude limits 295 feet. Cable cam, orbit, fly. These are all different types of modificators that you can do for pre-flight programming. We'll get back to that in another video. Preset B is already set to orbit, which is just fine. Level calibration, compass calibration. So, what we're going to do is remove the propellers, which obviously we never did. We're going to begin calibration. So, place Solo perfectly on a still and level surface. Okay, good. Next. Place on its left side. Left side. Next. Place on its right side. Next. Place Place Solo perfectly still with the nose pointing down. Nose pointing down. Next. And just the opposite, pointing up. And next. And finally, upside down on the battery case. Finish. All right. And we got a confirmation beep, green check mark. Put this bird back on its face. Okay. Select your GoPro model for access to more camera settings. So this is a Hero 3 Plus. And video, it could be all different kinds of things. There's all kinds of choices, like all of them. I'm just going to, for lack of getting through this video, just leave it of all the defaults. And video, photo, burst, we'll leave it on video. We're good. Searching for GPS, again, we're indoors. Now, if I turn the bird this way and hit record, we've got lights coming up on the Hero, and we're recording video at 13 seconds. I should be getting feed. So there's a different video on selfie, cable cam. Oop. Selfie, cable cam, orbit, follow me mode, pano modes, and zipline modes. And we're going to pause for a moment as I troubleshoot the GoPro. We are definitely getting a recording symbol, but we should be getting video as well. So I think that's a good point to stop at this video number 2 for our unboxing and power of the 3DR Solo. I think the next shot we're going to be doing is probably going to be outdoors so that we can get rid of this error, searching for GPS, and make sure that it's playing by all the rules that it likes. So subscribe and look for video number 3, which is getting this bird in the air. Cheers.